Oh, excellent. Excellent. All right. Welcome to the first TottyTalk live broadcast. We'll be probably take a break before the game starts because it's kind of just a test, but might as well take the opportunity to introduce what we got today. So we're going to do a little bit of transfer talk. The game, unfortunately, is not available on Paramount Plus today. So we're going to have to try to see if we can pirate it and get it going. So I'm hopeful we can do that and do a true watch along. If that doesn't happen, we'll just do sort of a normal show. So let's take the time right now to look at the starting lineup that it looks like Tottenham has put up, because I do want to look at that. That also, if you saw quick, that was the lineup I said. So first of all, I mean, the first thing to pull out here is Palhinha's in the lineup. That is exciting. And I think it's definitely a statement in terms of like statement of intent. Totally understand the idea of you got to earn your ropes or whatever it is, but obviously bringing in Palhinha with Madison down, you know, it feels good for him to be right in there. Not any things that you would do because you're trying to be polite. Love this guy in here. Now, Kudus in the center is kind of interesting. Let's look really quick at the lineup I had. So I had Solanke starting because of some of the news that he was good to go. But Richarlison, I mean, if you've heard me on my first couple episodes, I'm not the biggest fan, but all right. Interesting with Sarr on the left. Now, I have to think that Sarr, Kudus, and Johnson are going to be sort of playing fluid roles. I mean, I don't know why I had Kudus on the bench when I made my starting 11 that I look at it now. Maybe just because of the off wing, and I thought that, Johnson and Kudus might have a little bit of... I mean, Johnson scored the game winner for the Europa League final, so is there a little bit of that, what I was just talking about with Palhinha with that for Thomas Frank? I'm curious what, navigating that locker room right now, because, as you get the investment in what's going on at Tottenham, it'll be interesting to see how the players react and how the coach reacts. But so I really like seeing Kudus in there. I'm very interested to see this dynamic here because, as I said on Instagram, really excited about Archie Gray and the way he showed against Newcastle. But obviously we can see that Sarr, again, it's part of it feels like because Palhinha is in the spot that you would think Sarr might occupy. So, to accommodate that, you put Sarr out on the left, which to me, I really think we're going to see Kudus a lot more in that space. Seeing Sarr as a winger, that'll, correct me if I'm wrong, that feels like a first. Love Spence on the left. I got to be honest, I put Davis in there a little bit, just trying to piece together him starting in Newcastle and what that meant for Spence, and I'm actually really glad to see that Spence is the preferred, because again, as I said in my last episode, I really feel like this is going to be what we're putting out against PSG, something like this, depending on how they do today, and probably to start the Premier League season, or at least the questions that need to be answered in terms of getting to that moment. I really think start today with this Bayern game. So big fan of what I'm seeing here with the lineup. I like it better than my lineup. I think Palhinha and Bentancur are just going to be really, really strong in that defensive midfield area. And as I've said before, Pep Sarr is good for a shot on goal. So he's got a nose for it, as is. And, Richarlison, if he can kind of facilitate and... Do I want him to be in the box making problems? I do, but when it goes 30 feet over the bar from 3 inches away, I think I'd rather see him holding up and seeing if he can make some transitional plays and play off the speed of Kudus and Johnson. And Sarr, he's got an engine too, and some pretty good passing too. So again, very exciting here. feeling like we're in a really good spot. I really like this lineup. And yeah, so again, this is the first stream, so kind of figuring things out as we go here. But I'm gonna see if I can stop the stream here, but hopefully that won't end it fully. And I don't know what you guys will see, but we'll be back probably like a couple minutes before the game starts, and then we'll start the official watch along for Tottenham Hotspur versus Bayern Munich. Oh, interesting. All right, well, we can't do that. Copy. All right, then we'll do this. I'll make you guys a nice little screen here. Okay, here's what we'll do. I will say one of the topics that I am going to talk about during the game, unfortunately, is that Rodrigo appears to be just social media hype. When you start to look at actual reporting and the news that's out there, it sounds like Rodrigo was not interested. And I'll tell you that you look at the James Maddison injury, and I have to think, you might think, oh my God, does that make our team's going to want to come and be part of Spurs? Well, when you're getting passes from James Maddison, I'm sure wanting to do that is easy, right? Wanting to come to Tottenham and receive great balls from Maddison, score goals and look amazing. But with Maddison out and sort of that midfield maybe having some question marks, I wonder if attacking players maybe who obviously are going to be already attracted to Arsenal and these other big clubs, because that's just kind of how it is. We'll be right back. Yeah, so anyway, so long story short, I don't think Rodrigo, if Rodrigo was ever a thing, it's not a thing anymore, I hate to tell you. So again, we'll be back hopefully with the you won't be able to see it, but hopefully we'll have the stream up, because we're gonna have to do some pirating today, and then we will go ahead and we'll do at least the first half. Okay, at least the first half. So let me get this image up here for you guys. All right, let's see. All right, we are back just in time for the game. So hopefully you can hear me, and just gonna check that out really quick. All right, perfect. So all right, here we go. Tottenham Bayern. So again, gonna be interested to see how that John. Yeah, see, there's Kudos all the way to the right. And Johnson more in the middle right away off the pressure. So again, I think there's going to be some nice interchange in that midfield, with Pepsar starting as in Son's usual position. So that should be interesting here. But again, I think that Bayern is just a great way for us to really get ready for the season. I really feel like this Asian tour was a really good thing, and so I'm really really pleased that we made that choice. I believe it looks like it's in Munich here, which again, I like the idea that we're traveling. I mean, gotta love being at home at White Hart Lane, but I think it's always good for these teams to go and make some memories, have a good time. Obviously, if you're ever on their Instagram, there's Luis Diaz, which I haven't really paid too much attention to his whole story, but I was very surprised to see that he wanted to leave Liverpool. I don't think I've said this over the airways, but I feel like this year Liverpool is my pick for the Premier League team, champion, the whole thing to win the league. And it's really maybe after the tragedy of Diogo Jota and what happened to him, I think Liverpool, first of all, this year had a great year, and I was already thinking they're just very Elise just won a free kick, probably about 22 yards out. Yeah, right at the top of the circle, right in the dead center. So we'll see how Tottenham fare with this. But yeah, I just felt like after the way that Diogo Jota, just the absolute shock and tragedy that everyone felt. I mean, talk about a moment, and it's so sad of all moments, but just an absolute, again, one of my, always been a player that I've loved. Always been a player since Wolves. Didn't really know him too much before Wolves, but just, how can you not love putting on a Wolves game, and seeing Pedro Neto, Diogo Jota, Raul Jimenez, just all these players. But Jota was always one that I really loved when he went to Liverpool. I love that. He was just this player that you couldn't, I feel like, help but love him. Elise took the shot, and it was wide. It wasn't a bad attempt though. Harry Kane was there too. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. It was a decent take. Yeah. I mean, if it had been closer to the target, Vicario stood no chance. But it was pretty well wide. But anyway, so I like Liverpool just because I think every game, and this is what I think, to me, from the years I've watched the Premier League, it feels like sometimes in the middle of the season and when you're, it's the true grind, it's about purpose, and it's about going into games with purpose and focus. And I think last year, you talk about Tottenham, like, yikes, there were just, here's Spence making an incredible run, definitely got fouled, please, yeah, great run by Spence. I mentioned in my little pre-game show that I was very happy to see him play, but just an absolute monster run by Spence. Gets fouled several times and is able to get a nice free kick in a nice forward position. But yeah, so for me, again, the focus that Liverpool will be able to bring, just because every game's going to be for him, and again, that's where the Diaz thing just felt very strange to me. Just a very weird time to want to exit after just winning the league. I don't know. I just don't understand it. And we don't have to get too much into different leagues and this and that, but I don't know why you'd leave the Premier League when you're, I guess I can, to an extent, understand glory in other leagues, but I don't know. Bayern, I don't know. So interesting here, because I'm looking at okay, gotcha. Okay, Paulinho gets tackled by Luis Diaz in the center of the field here. It's a good showing so far. I will say Spurs are wearing their classic home lily white, and there was an ESPN article that rated all the best kits this year, and the Tottenham home kit was the last place kit on this list. Bum list. Will it shock you to hear that multiple Arsenal jerseys were in the top 10? Probably not. Although I will say, to me, my thought when I was thinking about a list like that, looks like Bayern, yeah, decent little passing play, and looks like there was a foul in the build-up on Kane, so they'll get another free kick here. Yeah, Vicario trying to play out with a really rough pass to Pep Sar, who, I mean, didn't play it well, but not much you could do with it, and Bayern almost pounced. So those are the types of things that obviously Thomas Frank is trying to clean up, and no harm, no foul, but we'll see. But anyway, so I was thinking, if you're going to make a list of the best jerseys, any classic jerseys can't be included in the list. Like, I'm sorry, they can't be included in the list, because really, it's the second away jersey, if it's not in some way classic, and it's the third kit. The classic kits are always like just an iteration of the same thing. Like, if they're bad, don't get me wrong, rip them. But the Tottenham has a great thing going with their home kits right now. Like the one I'm wearing, I think this is this year's. If you came down as a alien and you were completely objective, there's nothing wrong. This is visually, aesthetically pleasing. So the idea that like it would be last, when you look at the Bournemouth blue and black, yeah, please. I forget who the author was. I can look it up. Let's see, because I do wanna out this guy. Maybe this will be my way to make it to stardom. But it just, the Arsenal slant was so obvious that it felt. Oh, Chris Wright, you're on notice, Chris Wright. Okay, if you're gonna do a list like that, Chris. Okay, and listen, I'm not in media, but I am a teacher, and as a teacher, you always feel like you can always support someone with what they're working on. You can help them. And here's what I'm going to tell you. When you do that list again, don't do the original kits. Like, if it's a classic kit, like y'all, and listen, ESPN, some hit or miss, but when they do bigger pieces, I think they generally do a good job. So, like, do your little ESPN thing where there's 4 paragraphs before the ranking that qualify it and explain it, and break it down into categories if you're going to do that. But once you do the classic kits, you're really just exposing what teams you like and what teams you don't like. Like, that's just how that is. Tottenham last place? Give me a break, dude. Chris Wright, give me a break with that. I guess I should check the live stream. Are we all right, great, perfect. So guess I'll give you a little update on the game. I mean, we're 10 minutes in. We're at the 9:30 mark, and Kudus just put on some nice pressure, but it's pretty even. I mean, Bayern is definitely obviously connecting and making things offensively happen a little bit more than Tottenham. I think that is, and I said this on the pod earlier this week, that is the area with Tottenham that I think is going to be more in development. I think we're, and this is probably pretty true most of the time, you start at the back, right? And so I think defensively right now, again, Bayern's done some tricky stuff here, but no goal, and we've defended well, held our line well. There was a little moment off of a free kick, but it was ruled offside, so held the line well, and the structure's good. So, you spend this first half and wait for your opportunity. That's Tottenham football, but we can't let anything in here. We got a Joshua Kimmich corner here. I'm so happy Paulinho got the start today. I really wasn't expecting that. I really thought there would be a bit of a pecking order type thing, and I guess you could, attribute it to the injury on Madison, but, they're not like for like. Here it comes. That was a long build-up. Oof. Okay. Oof. 3 Tottenham players went for the header. They all missed it, and luckily Pepsar was there to connect with it, and Bayern will recycle here. Ooh, big ball to Kane. Oh no. Wow. Yeah, we missed that guy. Oh, that was so frustrating. Big ball comes in. Kane takes it down. And it felt like he like he's onside here. So Kane gets a jump on his defender, and he's held on by Romero, pulls it back. Yeah, it's tough because the way he takes it down, oh, it's so good too. He takes down with his right, right towards the inside, finishes with his left immediately. It's Harry Kane at his best. That is, and Harry Kane first goal scorer was, I didn't want to break my own heart this morning. Oh gosh. Oh, that was so Bayern 1-0. That was oh, that was rough. I think everyone's a little shocked by that. I know I am. Let's see. So, one of the things that Frank has talked about is the pressure at the top. So this will be interesting because this is where Tottenham will try to, because Bayern, they're not, Tottenham pushed the ball forward, and now Bayern is sort of trying to work their way out of it. And it looks like they've just about done that. But this pressure is important because I think the pressure will be Tottenham's hope to, unfortunately, creating something, because I don't know how we're going to be in possession, and I think that'll get better throughout the season as the players continue to play together. Oh man. And as Van der Ven, it's so tough because Kane can probably take that one down with his right and finish with his right. So Van der Ven has to defend for that. The one touch, just come down and just hit it in. But instead, Kane, penalty. Oh gosh. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Was that Paulinho? That might have been. It was Paulinho. Oh. Oh no. Let's see. I don't know how much VAR is going to be part of this game, but he might have gotten the ball. But João Paulinho penalty, and Kane will have 2 goals in the first 15 minutes. Oh, this is, well, Thomas Frank, welcome to Tottenham. This is you're officially oh Lord, you're officially part of the gang now. Oh gosh. Here's Harry Kane from the spot. Oh my God, he flew it 40 feet over. Okay, yeah, Harry. How's it feel? Loser? Just kidding. Love you. I mean, it was John Terry, Manchester United, versus Chelsea slips. I mean, it was a slip, but okay, guys, let's go. Okay, 1-0 Bayern. Kane misses the penalty. Whew, because he didn't. I don't think he got a card for it. Even a yellow, but it was not a great foul by Paulinho. So Paulinho just definitely avoided a very unfortunate first impression with Tottenham. So here's us on the ball with possession. Back to Vicario. Yeah, big ball forward. Kudus gets a chest to it. Kudus gets a chest to it. It bounces up, and Richarlison just immediately bangs it towards the goal. Now, listen, it does hit the keeper. It didn't go 400 feet over the goal, but he had space for a touch. Oop, Pepsar wins the ball, wins a foul. Yeah, Richarlison would have been 24 feet out. So sorry. All right. Romero tried a quick little chippy to Kudus, who was called offside. I was cheap. I mean, even if Tottenham scores off that, like, you know, it's cheap. I'm taking chess lessons, and I learned a trap, and then, of course, we reviewed that opening, and I'm like, oh gosh, I kind of forget what to do now that I do this trap instead, and my teacher was not happy with me. Alright, Tottenham win possession. It was a little bit of a cluster, so they're resetting here. Still in the attacking third, and pressure led to possession, so you gotta love that. I can't believe Kane missed that penalty. It totally changes this game. So Johnson's on the left right now, so that's kind of interesting. Spence makes a nice run, corner kick. Good corner. I don't know if it was a corner. I kind of agree with the Bayern defender. I don't know if it actually was a corner, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah. Let's see. I mean, it's definitely not a corner. I have to say, yeah, I mean, it's not even close to a corner. There's a piece of me where, oh, maybe they didn't. Okay, so they changed it. It was the right thing to do. I would love to see VAR very expediently with corners and goal kicks. I mean, if this is an example for, oh, beautiful tackle by Brennan Johnson. I like Brennan Johnson on the left. Can that be a thing? I wonder. I mean, we'll see. I mean, he's doing all right now. Playing very far back right now. Oh no, that's Paulinho. Sorry. No, that's Johnson. Yeah, that's Johnson. Interesting. Which is good. I mean, Tottenham's playing a nice compact. When they're getting back, it's back. Got a nice defensive shape. Interesting. Okay. Johnson was almost playing where you would imagine like Pep Sar to be, or Paulinho across from Bentancur. So it must have been part of the pressure and sort of who changes what when they press. So 20 minutes in, 20th minute mark, almost got real bad. Yeah, Kane for 2 in 15 minutes would have been a really crappy scoreline to look at, especially if that score held, or only got worse. But 1-0. Again, the Richarlison shot right away is kind of brutal for me. It just felt like there was an opportunity for a touch there. Better thing, but that's the guy, and I'm over him. So my thought is that either Solanke is going to come in as a sub just to get some time, and if not, like, Solanke's not good. It was reported this week that he was returning and would be available, and so I had him in my preview, but yeah, Richarlison just ain't the guy. What else can I tell you? He just ain't the guy. I'm just watching Tottenham try to possess, and it's tough to watch, guys. It's tough to watch. They know it. Oh, Paulinho, love that. So Paulinho pressured forward, and then there was a line of 1, 2, 3, 5 of them, and Bayern couldn't pass through that. So at least we got possession back. Kudus, I very much underrated Kudus at West Ham. I knew he was good or was supposed to be good, But then they had such a terrible season last year, and I think the year before too. Or was last year the one where they really sucked? I'd have to go back and look. Has it been 2 bad years in a row? I think it might have been. And I liked West Ham. Like, they always give Tottenham fits, and they were one of those teams that, you just kind of, how could you not like Jared Bowen and just tune into a West Ham game? I'd be okay with doing that. Looked for their jersey on DH Gate. But again, never really thought Kudus was maybe a nice piece. In terms, it might even end up in a Spanish league type of thing. Go that route. But I'm excited to have him, and I have to say that obviously he's getting a lot of attention and in terms of the preseason and plays he's had and touches. But even right now, it's, you can tell that another playmaker with him could be a really great thing. It feels to me like Richarlison is not that guy, obviously. Oh, just got Meg too. Should have had it. Oh, yeah, Bayern's cutting through you a little bit here. Here's Diaz in the corner. Oh, gosh. I still can't believe he left Liverpool. I mean, he just absolutely just shredded you. Ball in. Oh, gosh. Okay. Luckily, too high on the back post for Coman. But dangerous ball, and it was all initiated by who's that? Romero? Yeah, Romero and Porro trying to get the ball from Diaz, and Porro finally gets it, and all of a sudden Diaz is on it. It didn't even make sense. I mean, it's just crazy. But, okay, you win the Bundesliga. Well, Bayern winning the Bundesliga. That's amazing. Oh, okay. They were cutting away to a highlight, and all of a sudden Tottenham was breaking, but looked like Porro overshot it to Johnson. Johnson is playing that left role. It's very interesting. We're actually playing, so we're playing 4 in the back, 2 strikers up front. Or I guess you could say, maybe you wouldn't consider them classically strikers, but obviously it's a little bit different when we're in possession and out of possession, but it looks like Pep Sarr and Richarlison are the front of the attack, and then Kudus and Johnson is that wing support, which I like to see Pep. Again, for me, I'd love to see Archie Gray in that Pep Sarr role right now. I'm sure we'll have that opportunity with just the way that the season goes, and have to cycling through players and give them rest and all that things, load management. But all right, Tottenham starting a little something. We got Spence on the wing, and looks like Bentancur is trying to slow everything down. Paulinho with a big switch. Yeah, too big to Porro. Too big to Porro, unfortunately. Decent idea. I wonder if they're going to do a cooling break for this game. We're at the 25-minute mark. Yeah, so I think I already said Rodrigo is a no-go, unfortunately. All the reports that I'm seeing are just, it's not a thing. So sorry to tell you, but it's just not. It is just not what is going to happen. So let's go ahead and pop up the news out today of this Paz bid. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't know anything about Nico Paz. I've never seen him play. Well, actually, have I watched a Como game? Maybe. But I didn't know who I was looking at, if I've seen him before. So you'd have to tell me about his quality, as Bayern works a little bit, gets a shot on goal. Tottenham, once again, skies it. It's in the goalie's hands, and, just, I I'm curious if that's a Thomas Frank thing. I'm curious if that's it's too, again, we only have so much time to work on so much, so this is how we're going to attack because it keeps us away from our goal. We can solidly defend and again try to hope to break. I don't know. Oh gosh. Yeah, I mean, they were attacking, Tottenham was getting out, and all of a sudden it's right back with Bayern. So just, not sloppy, but just the Bayern players are bigger and better. So it's tough here. And they're possessing around you. Anyway, but so, fortunately, this $40 million offer for Nico Paz was rejected. Looks like Liverpool actually might sign Bradley Barcola from Paris Saint-Germain, which, I guess if you're going to get the bag, right, why wouldn't you take the bag? But, why would you also leave something that's going so wrong, or so well? And I guess, who cares about this, but I guess Manchester United is looking into Carlos Baleba from Brighton as a Bayern attack again. Oh my gosh. Really, I think that was Joshua Kimmich. Really nice little looping cross over to Kane when looked like he was probably going to rip it, and so I think it took everyone by surprise. But Pedro Porro was there who is just quietly has to have become, if you're a Spurs fan and you follow and you kind of like get into the teamy stuff, like watch the Amazon special when Mourinho was coach and wanted to believe that things could be good. I can also be a little Candyland when it comes to those things. But again, if you're one of those people who sort of looks at things like that, Pedro Porro has to just be one of your favorites right now because if you see him on the Instagram, he's always doing the funny stuff. He's got an infectious smile, infectious laugh. Like, he just seems like a really, great guy. And he's a freaking dog, like, out on the field. He's just awesome. Like, you gotta love a small guy who just brings it. So anyway, let's see if there's anything else about this Faz. So, reading from ESPN here. Let me fully, just the author on here. No, it just says ESPN. So, sorry, I'd give you an author if there was one. Tottenham Hotspur are scouring the transfer market for a replacement for James Maddison, who has been ruled out. Oh, right, I forgot to report this today. So, James Maddison, ACL injury, which I sort of told you is what it looked like the other day. These non-contacts, these the athletes, they know enough about it to know. They know. And, I think the way James Maddison reacted when he went down and obviously needing to be stretchered off, but again, just the emotions of it, it was very clear that it was either an ACL or, something really bad with the knee that would be 6 to 8 months. So they say 6 to 8 months. We'll see. Let's pop up a calendar and see what exactly that would mean for us. Let's go to year here. So, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 5. So March. So to me, I don't think. We'll see. But there are these people who come back from ACL injuries and, have kind of lost it. But also, if he rehabs well, if they give him time, if we're doing okay, and it's not like he's coming back like where it's like, oh my gosh, we need him, rush him back. But, it could be a nice little shot in the arm for the end of the season having James Maddison come back. When's Kulu due back? Let's look at that up really quick because I'm actually curious about that. Injury timeline. Let's see. I'll take the AI answer. It says December, January. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why, I forget whether I said this. I might have said this on Instagram. Who knows? There's so many things nowadays. But I actually think that I might say that I'm in support of not adding right now. And part of that is because you got Kulishevsky, who's coming right around that January window time, right? And then you also are going to have James Madison coming back in March. I mean, I'll tell you what. The team I'm looking at right now, tough. Tough, because looking at this Tottenham team, and, the first goal, really great play. Could this have been a clean sheet? Probably not. I mean, considering you gave up a penalty and you almost went down 2-0, and and again, Bayern that's just got to be a yellow right there. So you're not giving a card for that? You're crazy. Oh, that's crazy. Corner kick from Bayern. Guy completely miskicks it. Kudos goes to break, and then he gets taken down? What? Okay, in the Premier League, that's a yellow card. Like, I don't know if it's a friendly or whatever, but we're at the 31-minute mark, by the way. But my overall take on the Tottenham midfield, and as I was diverging there and saying we're going to have trouble scoring goals, that is my concern. I mean, I did a thing on my show the other day where you could see the midfielders we have, and again, that's where I just wonder where Archie Gray comes into this equation. Can you take off Richarlison and put Archie Gray? I even was wondering, can you put Kudos up top? I don't know. Like, I think one of the and obviously on Instagram there's all sorts of stuff. One of the names that came up, but it looks like isn't a thing, is Johan Wisa, which but yeah, again, right now you got Richarlison and Pep Sar, who Pep Sar's I like the idea of taking his skills in the midfield and, adding it to sort of your pressure, but so your offense is just pressuring the defense? Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I mean, that's the thing. You look at Chelsea, I mean, and maybe this is, maybe not maybe, this definitely is delusional. But you look at Chelsea beating PSG and you think, okay, well, now if Tottenham finds a way to beat PSG in the Super Cup, you just wonder where it puts everything, right? And they're, having gone to the Fluminense Chelsea game in the Club World Cup this year, the one that was right before the Saturday of the final, and then watching the final, yeah, rough. I mean, Chelsea is definitely a full cut above Tottenham, and I watching it now, again, I love this team, and I love who they are and what they are and all the players. But even still, I just, and maybe Daniel Levy has just, I've drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit. All right, a little Richarlison shot again. No real threat to it. No real threat to it from outside the box. Left-footed effort. Very casual save for Neuer. It's going in. It might be going wide. It looks like it might. Let's see from this angle. No, it's going in. Neuer had to stop it, but I mean, I would say like the goalie would have to make a really horrible mistake for that shot to go in. I think with Solanke up top instead of Richarlison, that's number one. So that's the number one thing. Johnson on the left, Kudus on the right. Interesting. This Pep Sar role is very interesting. But again, if you put Archie Gray in that role, who I think is just a little bit more dynamic offensively than Sar is, like I like. Oh gosh. Okay, we survived it. Really nice little just passing work by Bayern. Got a little chip, and by the way, Thomas Mueller heading to the Vancouver Whitecaps. Okay. Like, it was funny. There was a headline today that was Son and Mueller whatever, and I was like, oh my gosh, Mueller's also going to LAFC. That's, oh Lord, not good. Okay. Again, Bayern looks like they should. Like Bayern, given the stature of their team and the quality of their players. And I have to be honest, Tottenham is surviving it. Here's a shot. Is this Kimmich who takes the eventual shot? No, it's Gorkis, I think. And it just goes over by about 2 feet. But again, when Bayern has the ball, they know what to do. They know what their attack looks like. They're using the wings well. And for Tottenham, I mean, we're going to see it right now. All right, finally we pass it out, not just have a goal kick, right to the other team, but yeah, we just don't. And again, you wouldn't expect us necessarily with Paulinho, obviously playing his first game as a Spur, and the offense is going to take time. All right, back to Vicario. Live bet. He boots it as hard as he can. Oh, no, didn't do it. How about that? Thank the flippin' Lord. Out to Spence. Okay. To Bentancur. Let's see. To Johnson, who gets Sar going. Yeah, but again, Sar's not and there it is. You want that to be Johnson going, I would think. I mean, you get Spence, who gets it to Johnson, and then Johnson puts a little triangle pass, a little through ball up to Pep Sar. And Pep Sar gets there at the same time as the defender. I mean, listen, I love the guy, but I want to know what Archie Gray does in that role. I'm very interested in that. And B, or someone who's actually an attacker. All right, Richarlison with a nice little move here. He's kind of ambushed. Yeah, and Bayern handle it. Oof. And just a devastating, like right where Tottenham had no one, they find this beautiful little setup ball, and now we got Luis Diaz, and Bayern is, all of Tottenham is back, and yet it still feels like just very dangerous. Oh gosh, oh my, Olise with just a beautiful little bouncing ball. Little double tap triangle, little double tap X, right to I think, is it Gorkis, right, or whatever his name is, number 8, and he caught it. He caught it well, and it goes just wide. I mean, let's be real. It should be 4-0 right now. And I mean, if he takes a touch there, I don't know how much time he has, but. So it'll be interesting to see what Thomas Frank does at halftime. I'll probably only do the first half today. It is my birthday, so this is just kind of my first live streaming experience to test it out. But I'm having a good time. I hope if anyone goes back and watches this, or when we clip it up, see how it went here. Overall, again, this is a good measuring game. And Tottenham has a ways to go. And Pep Sar up top, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I'm sorry to tell you, but yikes is what I would say to that. Not a big fan of Pep Sar up top. That is a. I just don't think you're going to score a lot of goals that way. I really don't. I mean, maybe Bayern just has like a certain level of quality. We'll have to see. Is this a lineup that we might see against Burnley? I'm curious. I mean, like, my take is, and here's Bayern with another just absolutely just finding the winger perfectly, and then all of a sudden, in on goal, but they can't quite get that final touch. But they're still in possession here. Pep Sar was able to get it, but just was absolutely smothered. And again, Bayern's passing circles around you right now a bit. So you gotta, this press. Yeah. I know they've been doing it for 40 minutes. We just hit the 40-minute mark, but Harry Kane, thankfully was blocked. Straight to Richarlison, who is not fouled. He's not happy about it. Oof. Beautiful ball to Olise. Yeah, he gets held by Richarlison. Oh no, he got held by Romero. And Romero gets a yellow card? Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. I mean, oh, I'm sorry. Kane got held on the Elise ball in. Yeah. 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 I mean, again, I still think that there should have been a yellow card when the guy completely took out Kudus. So to me, it feels a little unfair, but I think Christian Romero did just earn himself a yellow card, even though Bayern avoided one they probably should. Looks like they're about probably like 32 yards out or something like that. Looks like Kane wants it. Oh yeah, Kane definitely wants it. It's right in the middle of the park. It's kind of a I'm nervous. It's kind of a classic Kane spot actually. So that's not good. That's not good. So there we go. Kane free kick, 42nd minute. Oh, Elise just came. Oh no. Yep, it's Kane. Oh, the wall stopped it. Oh no. Oh, okay. Whew. Wall stopped it and almost bounced to not Coman, someone. Maybe it was Upamecano. And Jed Spence ends up getting it in the corner, but once again, by midfield, it's right back to Bayern because there's just it's long balls and hopeful balls. It's not anything with the level of intention we need. And once again, just a deadly pass by Elise right to Kane. Oh my God. So it's right to Kane on the left side. He hits it towards the goal, and it's definitely going in. Vicario makes like a crazy move, but I don't think he gets it. But then Van der Ven. So let's see. So Kane hits it. Oh, you know what? It's a looper going wide. Everyone misses it because Kane kicks it straight into the ground. And Coman can't finish it. So, wow. Okay. That could have easily been an own goal in 3 different ways. And, yeah, that was interesting. I mean, if Kane hits that clean, it's a tap-in. But a tap-in you hit with, 60 miles an hour just for fun. Big ball for Pep Sar, who, pressuring the keeper hits it. I mean, that if the long ball to Pep Sar is what was written up on the chalkboard, then I'm concerned, guys. I'm concerned. How many long balls are we going to put into Richarlison and Pep Sar? That's the plan? That's the plan. Archie, like, what? And listen, I know I'm on the Archie Gray train. As, Richarlison tracks back, stops a Bayern attack, and who is this? Wow. No way. Stop. Okay, thank God Vicario came out and took care of it. I think it was Paulinho did a little, spinning on the ball, thought he was fouled. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, but they weren't going to give it to him. Is that 6? Who is that? Yep, pretty sure that's Paulinho, which, super happy about the signing. Overall, it's going to be really good for us. This is yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you play Bayern. That's what happens when you play with a better team. I guess you can get a little, I don't know if exposed is, the right answer there, or the right way to say it, but oof. The long ball to Sar. Who knew? Listen, I'm not a guy who's like tactically inclined enough to talk about Ange Ball and this and that and the other thing, but I'll tell you what, if the offensive mindset is let's get Pep Sar going, let's get Richarlison going, I hate it. But yikes is what I would have to say. Oh, yeah, just another really, oh my goodness, right across the face of goal. again, the fact that it's 1-0 right now is wild. Wild, wild, wild. I mean, obviously no Tottenham fan is ever like betting the over today, but or at least like, Bayern to go crazy, but if someone did and they're watching this, I feel bad because they should be. Like, it should be 4, if not more. Oh, and that's the half. Wow. Yikes. Wow, yikes, wow. Alright, well, that'll conclude the coverage for today. Probably do a reaction video either later today or tomorrow, which I'll post on YouTube. But yeah, had a great time. Excited to clip this up and put some stuff out. And thank you all. And we'll see you next time on TottyTalk. Peace.